Hi everyone. Do you hear me? Hello, can you hear me? Oh, good. Okay. It's 1 p.m. here in Brisbane. I will start the practical. Welcome to MATH7501 practical second track in this week. I am Minat Shalson. I'll be your tutor for this course in this semester. A little bit of my background. I am I did a master's degree and PhD here at UQ. My background is probability and statistical modeling. I've been tutoring here at UQ for over the past maybe 9 years. I enjoy teaching a lot. I hope you will also enjoy the semester. Now, today, in this practical, you are gonna learn about some basic mathematical usage. I've created this handout and it's available to download on GitHub repo for this course. Are you able to download it? Once you download it, you can use this notebook to do the coding, which I demonstrate here today. Now, the use of Mathematica in now, before this tutorial, you must have installed Wolfram Mathematica from the Blackboard link provided. If you have any issues, please follow the instructions given. You may wish to contact IT services. In this tutorial, you are going to learn about how to code and format both from notebook from Mathematica. Now, the use of Mathematica in this course is not for you guys to be a solid coder using Mathematica, but to be able to use notebook for editing and formatting your assignments and upload a PDF document from it. So that's the whole purpose of it, of learning Mathematica in this course. Now, if while during this tutorial, if you're not able to complete all the parts given here, don't worry, I will upload the codes with this notebook again in GitHub repo. Okay, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. The first part that you are gonna learn today is how to format cells in notebook and how to enter basic calculations and methods to enter the 3 main methods to enter calculations in notebook. Do some plotting and produce interactive models. Okay. I will demonstrate some of the examples here, and then you guys need to update the other examples based on the demonstrations. Now, what is Mathematica? Mathematica integrates symbolic, numeric calculations, graphs, visualization, programming documents, and dynamic interactives into one ensemble spot. There is a very powerful tool which is used in many fields. The language used in Mathematica is Wolfram language. Don't worry too much if you don't know the Wolfram language, and I am assuming in this tutorial that like none of you know Mathematica, but if you know about that's also okay. Now, to begin a new notebook, you should open a new notebook from Mathematica. Let's do this. Go to File, New Notebook. Here is a new notebook. You guys okay with that? Okay, now see the blinking cursor here. This shows that you can start typing straight away. So let's say I want to type 1 plus 2, okay? And see the square bracket on the right hand side. Now this shows that this is a cell in the notebook. Mathematica uses cells to format its notebook. Now to create another cell, you just press the downward keyboard arrow, and that's the beginning of another cell. Let's say I want A plus B, okay, and that's the beginning of another cell. Now by default, any new cell is in input format. That means the contents of the input format are expressed, known as commands. Now, if you want to evaluate the content of an input cell, the rule is press Shift, Enter. Now you see an input command and output. Okay. I hope everyone is okay up to that. Okay. If not, just type in your questions. Okay, let's say we want to evaluate this one. Okay, this is Mathematica is great for both numeric and symbolic computations. Let's say this is A plus B, it just produces an expression in A plus B. Okay. Now, to delete a cell, you can just click on the cell, the square bracket, and press delete. And if you want to suppress the result of your code, use a semicolon. To suppress the result, press Shift, Enter. You don't see any result. Okay. Now, let's say in your assignment, you want to have like text cells where you have a title, subsections, and sections. So to create those type of text cells, there are 3 ways to do that. Okay. One is using the cell insertion assistant. The second is using a menu bar, and also you can use some keyboard shortcuts. Okay. Let's create a title cell, a cell with title. Okay. So using the cell insertion assistant, okay. Let's say, okay, click on the plus sign and go to other style of text. Okay. And from the menu, select title, press OK, and start typing the title. So this is not 7501. Practical 1. 2021. That's the title cell. Now press the downward arrow to go back to create another cell. This time, let's create a text cell with a subtitle. Using the menu bar, go to Format, Style, Subtitle. Okay. Now you can start typing the subtitle. Let's say this is basic mathematical usage. Okay. And click the download arrow. We got a title, subtitle. Let's create a section called entering calculations. This time using keyboard shortcuts. Now, a lot of time I forgot which keyboard shortcut to use. So it's okay if you don't remember. Just go to style and then it will give you the number to use. If you're on Mac, use command 1 for title, and for section, it's command 4. Okay? So command 4. This is section 1. Entering calculations. Okay? See, you created, if you want to delete the top part, delete. Okay? And this large cell here, large bracket shows that this is a group of cells. Okay? And okay, and so you have created a title, heading, a subheading, and a section. Okay? In this way, you can format a document which you can save and then enter some codes with texts. Okay? I've asked you to create all these subtitles, which I have already created in this handout notebook. So if you want to go ahead and create those subtitles or section headings, you're welcome to do so. But I'll use the handout to enter calculations. Okay. Now, there are 3 main methods to enter calculations. One is called freeform input. Okay, this is a great way. If you don't know any Wolfram language, okay, you can start with the freeform input. Okay, let's say I don't know how to plot the graph of y equal 3x minus 7. That means I don't know the which function to be used. So let me try the freeform input. Okay, to get a freeform input cell, to create a freeform input cell, press equal sign on the keyboard and start typing graph y equal 3x minus 7. Okay? And then press shift enter. Okay, so you've got a graph. You've got a plot with 3x minus 7. Now, the advantage of this freeform input is now it shows you how to use Wolfram language for this graph. Okay, so it uses plot function with the expression 3x minus 7, and here it gives you the range of the plot. For the variable x, you're using minus 3.5 to 3.5 if you want it. Okay, I'll show you next how to change those domain and label the graph later on, but let me show you how to enter the same, how to plot the same graph using the Wolfram language. So far, so good. Is there any question? Let's go ahead. Okay, click on the cell below the task, and then say I want to plot. Okay. Hello says, I cannot plot the graph. Could you explain more? Is it like what type of error? Are you able to get the freeform input cell like this equal sign? Yes, right. The times in that value is protected. Maybe I'm guessing that there is a package missing. I am not sure why, but can you redo it, this part again? Don't worry if if this part doesn't work, because we're going to use the Wolfram language to plot the same graph. Okay? Let's say, okay, you know that you want to use plot, okay, but this, like if you put your cursor on the function, see this double chevron, it shows the plot options. Okay, so you want your function. Oh, okay, you got it right. Okay. So you want this. So remember that there are some. Yes, cells are hierarchical structures in Mathematica. Kai, you're right. All right. Now let's say you want to do the function with minimum and maximum. Okay? There's above. So it's now there are some rules to use in built-in functions. Like every function should start with a capital letter, and then variables are enclosed with square bracket, within a square bracket. Here you have a function 3x, or you can say 3 times x, it doesn't matter. 3x minus 7, and with the plot domain to be, okay. Now, a list in Mathematica, or list or ranges in Mathematica are given in curly brackets. So you want your variable to be x. And let's say the plot range is now from 0 to maybe 7. Shift, enter. Okay. You should get a graph like this. Okay. Now, one way to learn about built-in functions is to get help. So to get help, you can say question mark function name. Let's say plot, shift, enter. It will show you what type of functions, what type of possibilities are available for plot function. And also you can get more help from like help, either from Wolfram documentation or like find selected functions, okay, and type plot. All right. Now, a third way to do the same graph. There's a question Kaya is asking, does Mathematica support user-defined functions? Yes, it does, and we're going to do that. We're going to learn how to do that. The third way is using the palettes. Okay, so look here. Okay, a palette is a very handy way for you to enter like Greek letters, tables, matrices, or 3D plots. Okay, so go to palettes, basic math assistant. This is the palette. Okay, see, it got a lot of like symbols, numbers, how to enter square root, arrow, infinity, and all those things. Now, for plotting, we want to use basic commands and use 2D plot in this case. If you want 3D, it's also available. And then click on plot. It should give you Wolfram language input. So let's type in again. Maybe this time, let's say you want to plot sine. Sine S should be capital, and then variable should be within square bracket X. Okay, then your variable here is X, and minimum to maximum. Let's say I want it from 0 to pi. Okay. Now to enter pi, you can use the palette. The symbol here. Okay. Or you can just say pi, or you can just use keyboard shortcut. Okay, so the keyboard shortcut is also shown here. It's escape, P, escape. Okay, so it's escape, P, escape. That's fine. There's this shift, enter. Okay, maybe change the range from 0 to 2 pi. All right, you see graph of sin x from 0 to pi. Now, see this suggestion bar. Sometimes it gives you more options. Let's say I want to label this graph. So press label. So this is y equal sin x. Okay. It does show you like font style and other style as well. So I just want a label. Okay. Now you should be able to see a label for this graph. Okay. I hope so far everything is okay. The next part is entering basic calculations. Now, some Mathematica, for numeric calculations, Mathematica gives you exact result where possible. But if you wanna find a numerical approximation, you can use this numeric approximation function, or use the suggestion bar, or use the value, let's say 1.0 for numeric calculations. Okay, let's do let's approximate 1/2 pi. So here, now I'll show you how to, you can use again palette to enter this square root of 2 pi, but I'll show you how to do with keyboard shortcut. Let's say, so type 1. So it's control 6, no. Oh, it's control division sign. And for pi, the square root, we use control 2. And 2, for pi, you can use escape, P, escape. Shift, enter. It gives you exact value. But if you want to know the numeric approximation, okay, the suggestion bar gives you that option. So if you click that, see this function says complete the numeric output approximation of 1 over square root of 2 pi. By default, it gives you some decimal point, but if you want, say, up to 2 decimal points, shortcuts for fraction is control the division sign on the keyboard. That's up to 2 decimal point. Let's say 3. Because what? So the next is like variable assignments. Okay, you can use equal sign for assigning variables. For example, you want to evaluate 3a plus 1 for a equals 3. Okay? If you just type 3a plus 1, okay? See this A is in blue color. That means in memory, there is no value for A. And if you press enter, it just gives you 3a plus 1 or 1 plus 3a. But if you want to evaluate it, it does give a value to that. And say, let's say A equals maybe 2. Okay? And I don't want to see the value of 2, so I'm suppressing it. And then shift enter. Okay, so it gives you 7. Now after that computation, the value of the color of A has changed. That means now in memory, the value of A will be 2. So to clear the value of A from a memory, you get to say clear. If you want to clear just a single variable, use clear. If you want to clear multiple variables, use clear all. So in this case, A. Now let's use the substitution operator to do the same thing. Okay? So it's 3a plus 1. I'm guessing this is the other way around. Or maybe okay, dot. A minus sign forward arrow equals, let's say 2, shift, enter. Yeah. 7. Now integrate and simplify are useful functions. Let's integrate. Let's see, integrate sine 2x or plus 2x. Integrate I want to know how it is different. It's your function with respect to the variable given. So it's sign should, S should be capital sign. It's with respect to X. It doesn't give you an option for simplification. But let me change this to this to X. Is half sine 2x, and then you can simplify. See, there is a simplest form. Simplify function gives you a simplest form. Okay. Now, to solve an equation, you use equal sign. Let's do this. So your expression and variable. Three plus 12 equal 0 for 1. Yeah. Now defining functions, you get to use this colon and equal sign. Let's say, suppose you have a function f, okay, and your variables are x and comma y, then equal x squared is control 6. Sorry, that is superscript plus y control 6 for superscript square. You've defined that function. I want to see the output. Now evaluate the function at a point. Let's evaluate f. At maybe 2. Yeah. Now this is where Kai has asked how to create your own functions with local variables. You can use module to do that. Okay? Let's do this one. Create a function to add sum of n integers from 1 to n. Okay. Let's see how I can describe. Okay. So it's you can give a name to your function. I called it my function, and then the local variable is n, and variable that you need to enter is n, and then k is a global local variable here, and to sum we use the sum function. K goes from 1 to n. Let me see. And then say my function. Let's say n is 5. Oops, something is wrong. You can maybe see this. My function 5 equals 50 equals 4. Then here, I'll have a look at it. Okay, don't worry if you have not completed this tutorial or in all the part of this tutorial, because I'll be posting all the codes on GitHub again. For basic graphs, I've covered most of the parts, except the 3D, which you can use palette. Let me do the interactive model. Let's do this one. Visualize sine of frequency times x as frequency varies from 1 to 5. Okay, so the function works. So what sine, I first plot of sine 2x, okay? And then let's say if I change this to 4, okay? That's how it is. But then if I wanna, instead of changing every time this number, I wanna see like how this, when this number varies, how the change, how it affects the graph. Okay? So that can be module function can manipulate function can do that. Some what this says is plot sine of frequency times x, where x goes from 0 to y and frequency goes from 1 to 5. Okay? So let's hit like that. So you can see an interactive plot of sine frequency times x. Okay, so to visualize this, that's when frequency is 1. If you click the plus sign as frequency is 1.2 and 1.4, 1.6. Okay, and then if you want to play it as a video, right, there you go. Now let's do the same thing, but for several functions, sine, cos, and tan. This time you got to define, instead of sine or cos here, you got to define another variable called function, and then define the function names here. Okay? So let's say shift. Okay. So that's for sine x. Let's see cos x. Next. Is everyone okay up to that? Okay, next part is matrices. Okay, there are three ways you can create a matrix in Mathematica. The first one is using Wolfram language. Let's see, we're going to create a matrix to A equal Wolfram language uses a list of lists. So that's the row. I want to create two matrix. Let's say A, first row is A3, and second row is CD, and shift enter. And to see this as a matrix form, we say A matrix form. Oh, it's the other way. The next method to create a matrix is using keyboard shortcuts. So matrices have parentheses. Let's say type in A, you want another column, control plus comma, type in B, and then you want another row, is control enter, C, D. The third way is using the maneuver. This is format, insert, table, matrices, say matrix of 2 by 2, 2 by 3, and Kari is asking how to break rows in matrices. Did you mean add another row? Okay. To add another row, it is Control plus Enter. I maybe you can use palette to see that. Okay, 5 seconds. Okay, Control Enter works, right? Okay, so you can use this format, and the keyboard shortcuts are also provided. So I've shown how to do it in tables. It's just using insert table command. Let me, before the time is up, let me try to create compute determinant in general form of a 2 by 2 matrix. Okay? So it's determinant. I have A, so determinant A is AB minus BC. That's the usual formula. And inverse is inverse function. Inverse of A is 5B. Let me show you this one. Use table function. This is inside. 2 by 3. Yeah. Now you can fill in with columns and rows. Okay. This handout is a working document which I started filling. So I will add the classic programming languages, how to do for loop and while loop, and post it on GitHub repo. Now, before this session ends, I just want to direct you to more resources, where to get more resources. One way is to learn about mathematical function in Storytel, and Wolfram documentation gives you heaps of examples. The other way is like on the course website page, there is a link for mathematical-based exercises. These exercises are created by Dr. Sam Hamilton, and he has a YouTube channel. for these exercises, and they are very good. I advise you to watch those videos for now. Okay. Yeah, if you want, so the whole purpose of using Mathematica in this course is for you guys to be able to do your assignments using Mathematica notebook, because in this way you can create a structured document including texts and codes and also outputs. And if you wanna, after you've completed your assignment in notebook form, and if you want to upload a PDF document, you can go to File, Save As, and then from here choose PDF, okay? And then save it, okay? And you should be able to upload it. Okay? All right. Any more questions? I'll give 1 more minute for more questions because it's already 1:51. If you have any more questions, please post them on Piazza and I'll try to respond. It's good to meet you here, and hope to see you next week.